I have spent the last 2 days doing nothing but playing games on Steam. That's right. I got my high-end gaming PC set up. I downloaded a bunch of games. I was searching through the libraries. I was looking at the Steam store. I was looking at the Steam sales. I was looking at upcoming releases. I was sitting there for hours and hours and hours trying to find something to play on Steam. And once again, there was absolutely nothing. Within 2 days, I had played basically everything I wanted to play, right? Doom Eternal, Tales of Arise, right? And that's basically it, right? And of those two, the only one that was any good was Tales of Arise, right? So Tales of Arise is the only good game on Steam. Is my understanding of this situation. There's nothing else to play. Nothing. Steam is a complete joke. Doesn't have Unicorn Overlord, doesn't have Princess Peach Showtime, doesn't have another Code R or Mario versus Donkey Kong. I have had so many good all right games on Nintendo Switch this year, and Steam doesn't have a fraction of that. What am I going to play on this thing? Tekken 8 with its battle passes and its microtransactions and its censored female characters? No. Like, I'm not going to play Tekken 8. I have good fighting games. Like, if I want to play Tekken, like, I'll just play Tekken 7. Like, I don't need Tekken 8. Okay? Like, if I want to play a good fighting game, I'll play Soul Calibur 2. Bro, it's sad how much better Soul Calibur 2 looks, plays, and feels compared to Soul Calibur 6. Like, it's embarrassing listening to that awful voice acting, seeing these terrible character models, like, seeing, like, the world have so much less personality. Gone are, like, is the epic narration, the cool original stage design, the great opening cinematic, like the amazing music, Link, like the greatest character in any fighting game ever. Like you have Geralt and 2B. Like what a downgrade. Imagine going from Link, the greatest video game character of all time, to freaking Geralt. Okay? One of the most overrated fantasy heroes in like the past 20 years. Okay? Nobody cares about that Elric and Melibene ripoff. Nobody. Nobody likes Geralt. And it's just one of those things. It's embarrassing seeing people seriously try to prop up Steam as like a viable alternative to Nintendo because like what's the big game everyone's talking about now? Stellar Blade, that's not coming out on PC. Stellar Blade, that's not coming out on PC, right? Like everyone knows that these games are going to come out like on PC eventually, but the fact that you have to wait a year, like you really are just better off buying a console, right? Unless you're like me and specifically primarily buy Nintendo games, like there is no reason to own a gaming PC. Like I like the gaming PC works for me because it allows me to avoid the hardware that I hate, right? But like if you're just a neophyte who's just getting a gaming PC because like, oh, it has all the best games, like you are in for a rude awakening, boyo, because Pow World doesn't live up to the hype. Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't live up to the hype. Elden Ring doesn't live up to the hype. Like we have like new Elden Ring DLC coming out like in the next couple of months, and does anyone care? Is anyone talking about it? No. The game is a complete joke. Baldur's Gate 3 is just one example of just everything wrong with PC gaming, right? It has nothing to do with like high quality video games or good graphics or good stories or like, making games that are better for adults, right? It's just something targeted towards casual gamers, right? It is a mobile tier. Like it is a mobile game essentially. When you compare like PC gaming to console gaming, like PC gaming has much more aligned with like the mobile gaming audience, right? Because everyone just has a PC lying around. Oh, I'll just download Paul World. Oh, I'll play it for like half an hour. Oh, it was the most fun I've ever had, and never touch it again, right? That is the average PC gaming experience. Just like that is the average mobile gaming experience. Rather, like when you compare that to like how the Nintendo fan goes through games. Because this month, March, one of the best gaming months I've had in a long time. Unicorn Overlord and Princess Peach Showtime. Fantastic games. From start to finish. I spent a weekend playing through Princess Peach Showtime. Loved it. Would really love to go back and play it again. And I spent like several weeks going through Unicorn Overlord, which was a fantastic experience. Even though it's probably not the best game ever or anything. Like I enjoyed it for what it was, right? Unicorn Overlord was way, way better than anything coming out from like any other JRPG creator. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever's been coming out lately. Like, uh, Unicorn Overlord was genuinely good, and I really like to. I'm really excited to see what what Vanillaware comes up with next. So with that in mind, like when you just look at like the reality of what's happening with the gaming sphere, like more and more developers, more and more superior Japanese developers are refusing to develop for PC, right? There's no reason to. The audience isn't there, right? They would never play a good, interesting video game. All they care about is like pirating their games and bragging about how much better their $2,000 gaming rigs are compared to consoles, right? That was the thing with Linus Tech Tips, right? Like, oh, I could build a $500 PC that is more powerful than a PlayStation 5. No, you can't. Like, it isn't possible. But like, uh, the narrative has kind of taken hold among the normies, people who don't understand technology and don't understand video games. That like, oh, PC gaming is better because it just is. But the reality is that isn't true, right? The reality is that PC gaming is not all that relevant, not all that popular, and is lagging behind its competitors, right? I only use mine in order to keep up with modern gaming and to dismiss games that like people like to hype up as being genuinely great. The Horizon Zero Dawns, the God of Wars, like there are reasons to cover PC gaming to like kind of denounce these games that people prop up as being like examples of a great video game design when in reality they they are not relevant in any way, shape, or form. The one game I'm enjoying right now, brand new PC game. I believe it was like an early like a late PS4 game or something. Like I don't know what it originally came out on, but like Tales of Arise, right? I'm playing this game. Uh, Bought it on sale, completely on a whim. I wasn't expecting to like it. I've played Tales of Vesperia, I've played Tales of Symphonia. I don't like either of them. Well, I didn't like either of them. And now I'm getting into like Tales of Arise, and I'm like 7 hours in now, and I'm really, really enjoying it, right? This one game that could easily run on a Nintendo Switch is the only reason I have my gaming PC set up right now. So with that in mind, I would prefer it if Bandai Namco would just port this one game to Nintendo consoles. I know you can do it. It's not that hard. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is probably way more demanding than this is, right? Like, you need to stop making excuses and port these games to Nintendo consoles. There is no reason for me to play games like this on an inferior, more expensive piece of hardware.